Yo, what's good? Welcome back to episode 6 of our podcast. We're the Miami Boys. Two niggas talk about random shit. I'm your boy Twan, and I'm here with.
Mr. Junior Ice.
Alright, man, what we talking about today?
Alright, bro. So today, we're going to talk about whether or not a relationship should be 50-50.
I think that depends on the relationship and also the income of both parties. Because nowadays, some women are making more than men. So, I guess. But then again, if you say it like that, then it'll also depend on basically your tradition, how you was raised. Like women were mostly raised to be taken care of and stuff like that. And there's some that's just been raised to be independent, or you don't need to always worry, be dependent of someone else.
Go get your own, go do you type stuff.
Yeah, but I think in this society and in our generation now, I think all women want to be taken care of.
I think that there's a good chunk, probably like less than 50% of women that are like, yeah, y'all niggas gonna pamper me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like there's more and more women nowadays that are more open to relationships being 50-50.
Yeah.
Like there's significantly more, I would say, these days than there was 50 years ago.
Well, and that's another good example that you had just said. Basically, 50 years ago, bro, like rent and shit was dirt cheap. So it was understandable that only the guy was only paying everything.
I mean, okay, rent was cheap, but then again, there was people were making less money.
But still, somehow, the man was able to, because you remember they used to work like 2 or 3 jobs at that.
Yeah.
And then your mom or whatever would be just like the housewife or whatever, and that's it.
But you see, think about it though. I remember my mom telling me some stories from a while ago, from when she was like in like high school and stuff, right? She used to be able to go to Burger King, right? For example, and she used to be able to get a Whopper for $1, and it would always used to cost give or take $1.
Mm-hmm.
Like not like the whole buy one get one for $1 type stuff. Like she could literally walk up with $1, with probably like $1.50, like for tax and shit, and get a Big Mac. I mean, not a fucking Big Mac. Well, I mean, okay, that sandwich too. But she'd be able to go and get like a store's flagship sandwich for about $1. So I mean, stuff cost less back then, but people also made less money back then. Like back then, if you was making 500,000 a year, it was the equivalent of you making 7 figures now. So it's like yes, you're correct. Rent was cheaper back then, but then again, the average person was making, I don't know, like $50,000 back then was significantly more than it is now.
Yeah.
So back then, I think it was done more often, but it was also easier.
Right.
To where it's like nowadays it's very difficult to be like, all right, look, we gonna live in such and such city, and we only really need to live off of one person's income.
Yeah, that right now it's actually difficult to live off of one person's income, especially in Miami, bro. Like,
especially in Miami,
dude, rent here it's like ridiculous.
Like my mom's paying way more than she should for the place that she's living in. But then again, it's a good neighborhood, so can't really fault that.
Yeah, and that's why I think that, again, it depends on the relationship, and it also depends on if the guy is just willing to like just pay everything for his girl. And I respect that. I guess with me, honestly, you gotta do something. Like let's pick and choose or something. Like
Now,
let's.
okay, so I think that most of the people that are like, okay, most of the people, like you said, it depends on what like traditions you want to like go after.
Mhm.
Because if people are going with the traditions from like their parents and their grandparents usually,
Yeah.
then it's like, all right, the guys will go out and work a 8 to 4 or a 9 to 5, but the woman's gonna be at home, like taking care of the kids, cooking, cleaning.
Yeah.
So it's like okay, your part of the 50 is going out and working, and your part of the 50 is taking care of the home.
Mm.
But nowadays, if people are like 50-50, then it's like, all right. Now the thing is, there's two types of 50-50 I've heard. And for me, I'm fine. I'm fine with either one of them, honestly. But like, okay, so let's say you all have 8 bills, right?
Mm.
You pay 4, I pay 4.
Okay.
There's that type of 50-50, but then you have to balance it out as in, okay, if you pay the rent, then you get the water bill, you get like the internet bill, like if you're paying the one big bill, the one $1,000, $1,100 bill, then you're gonna get 3 more of the smaller bills that are like water. Water is what, quarterly or something like that, and your water bill is like $20-$30, maybe 40. So it makes sense that if you're paying the rent, you pay the water bill as well.
Mm.
But like, and then if the other person is like they'll do like cell phone, electricity, like car insurance, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then the other 50-50 I've heard of is, all right, we have a joint bank account.
Okay.
All of our bills come out to $25 a month. You send $12.50 to the account. You send $12.50 to the account. All the bills come out of that account.
I like that one.
Yeah, I like that one a little better.
Yeah, right.
But honestly, I'm fine with either one of those.
Mm.
Because at the end of the day, it's like, all right, all the bills are getting paid, yes. So it doesn't really matter if if you take these 3 bills and I take those 3 bills.
Right.
It's just with that one, usually whoever makes more pays the bigger bill.
Yeah, and I was just about to get into that 50-50 can waver between 60-40 or something like that, depending on who makes the most money. And I think that makes sense. Like if I was making more money in the household, I will take up more of the
You
bills
take the
from
bigger
her.
bills, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that would make sense.
Yeah. Am I expecting it from her? I don't know how I feel about it, but like, if she's like, I got this. I was like, okay, go ahead with your best. So,
I got this. Okay.
I love when a woman sometimes take charge, So, like with me, it really just depends on like the income and stuff like that. Like, okay, God forbid, but like if I'm working in my industry, game design or whatever, and she's at fucking McDonald's or some shit, I'm gonna take. God forbid, I'm expecting her to be something in her field, whatever. But like still, even if she's at McDonald's or stuff like that,
push from the shove type shit, like
yeah, I'm not gonna be expecting much as far as like bills being paid.
I mean, okay, now if she like a district manager or something.
Okay, well, yeah.
Like I mean, okay, so you can work at McDonald's and still make like good money. It's just if you're the person flipping burgers and shit, then all right, look, I ain't gonna expect much. Yeah, I'm gonna expect a little something. Like I'm gonna like you're gonna be making like probably like 8 an hour or something like that. I'm gonna expect you to at least pick up the internet bill, pick up the water bill.
Do like some of the the minuscule stuff.
Like, maybe the electricity bill.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, did I say electricity already? I don't know.
You probably did.
I probably did. But at least take up the water bill, take up the lights, the internet, stuff like that. Stuff that I know your income can support. I'll pay the rent. Like, it's fine.
In the grand scheme of things, both parties should be in a position where, because like kids factor in as well. Now that I think about it, now that I think about it, kids definitely factor in, especially when in this type of conversation. Hopefully, you two want to be in a position where you come to a mutual understanding. Like, hey, we got bills and we got a kid, or two, or three, or four, however many you fucking have.
Like, and the thing is, most people think of the whole 50-50 thing when there's not a kid involved.
I think that you should consider that.
Yeah, like,
especially if you're in a relationship, like a long-term relationship.
Oh yeah.
Eventually you're gonna have kids.
Eventually y'all gonna have kids at some point. Like,
yeah.
Even if it's like a decade down the road, y'all gonna have kids.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all gonna at least have a kid.
Yeah.
And your kid's gonna want
things.
Your kid's gonna need to survive. Your kid's gonna want some stuff.
Yeah.
Like your kid might want a game console if they play games. They might want like eventually you're gonna want a cell phone when they get older.
Clothes and shoes
and toys and stuff like that. And it's like, all right. Even if both parties are working, but the guy's still paying all the bills, she should at least be saving money. She should at least be putting money in a savings account.
Yeah.
Like, that could be her 50%.
Okay, yeah. I can see that happening.
Like, okay, let's say hypothetically, I make $200,000 a year.
Mm-hmm.
The house is paid off. Both of our cars are paid off. We literally just have, we have taxes at the end of the year. And then we have like internet, food, car insurance, gas. I don't know if I said lights already, but lights. And like, I don't know if I said water, even though water as well. And I'm paying all those bills. And then she's over here making, let's just say she makes $100,000 a year.
Okay.
She should be putting some of that money to the side. Like she should at least be saving some of it.
Okay.
At the very least. That could be what she contributes for the 50% of the relationship.
Yeah, and that makes sense. If now with those numbers, man, like, okay, I'm assuming with that, we're also factoring in, their conversation, whereas, okay, we both make over like six figures, right?
6 figures, yeah.
And we're just trying to figure out, okay, who's going to pay what, and then you realize, well, shoot, I'm making enough that I can just pay everything, right?
Honestly,
so I'm just like,
honestly, at that point, like, if you're making if both of y'all making 6 figures, at that point, honestly, it doesn't even
matter. That's how I was about to get to that. It's like, it doesn't even matter. I think we need to go back down to like a more realistic stance.
Like both of y'all together equal 6 figures.
Yeah.
Which that's how it normally. I mean, okay, I can't say normally, but that's how it is in some households.
Mm-hmm.
Like, each of y'all together after taxes either make just above 6 figures or just about 6 figures, like just below it.
Right.
So like, let's say each of y'all bring home $50K after taxes a year.
Mm.
Which, I mean, it's gonna be hard for two people in completely different fields to make the exact same amount, but
yeah, in
theory, then it's a little different. Then the whole our bills are X amount, you pay half, I pay half.
That makes more sense.
Significantly more sense.
Yeah, because I think we gotta think of it in a realistic stance. It's not like I'm saying that no one out there is not gonna have 6 figures at some point in their life. it's gonna happen at some point in your life.
Yeah, I mean,
but like,
everybody that lives in a country where everybody that lives in a country that's like first world, I would say.
mm-hmm.
I mean, okay, anybody has the opportunity to make six figures if they work hard enough,
Right.
regardless of where you live out on the planet.
Right.
It's just some countries are easier.
Yeah.
If you live in a country that's a first world country, you have a significantly easier chance to make six figures yearly in your lifetime if you just put in enough effort for it.
Right.
Because when you think about it, I always forget this guy's name, but the guy that made Fubu.
I know
You know who I'm talking about, though. Yeah, his business is worth like I don't know if it's worth billions, but it's definitely at least worth millions.
Right.
He started that business with less than $100 out of his trunk.
Jeez.
If he can make his business worth what it is today, I'll just throw a little graphic up on the screen somewhere. I'll figure that out later. So if he can do that from out of his trunk, then there's very little thing stopping other people from making at least six figures
Right.
yearly by the time they're like let's say in 30 years. There's very little stopping you except usually yourself.
That's true. Words of Wisdom by Justice Rollins.
I heard that from somebody else. I forgot where I heard it from though. But yeah, like I mean, so eventually, yeah, like if y'all do enough, y'all gonna make each one of y'all can make six figures.
Right.
Like, because the thing is, even if you're going and you're working a 9 to 5, and you can only make a certain amount at that 9 to 5, there's still like you can still have a business outside of your career.
Mm.
You can still do other things to make other like passive income
Right.
that you have coming in.
That's true.
So it's like eventually it's like all right, look, we have enough money to where this whole 50-50 thing don't really even matter. Let's just put money into the account and make sure the bill's paid at the end of the day.
Right.
But the thing is, like, to get back a little bit back on topic, most people have a difficult time with the whole 50-50 thing because of what's going on in the home.
Explain.
Because, okay, so it's like, all right, traditionally, if one of the two people go out and work and pay all the bills, the other person's taking care of the home.
Right.
But if both people are going out and making sure that the bills are paid 50-50, and then both of y'all get home and both of y'all tired, both of y'all don't want to cook, both of y'all don't want to do laundry, then it's like, all right, look, we both just went and worked 8 hours today. We're both hungry. Nobody was home to cook. We both got to do laundry. Nobody's home to do laundry.
Mm.
So it's like a lot of people can't get over the hump of, all right, now we need to do 50-50 at the household. If you cook, I clean. If you do the laundry, you help the kids with the homework. Stuff like that. Then it's like, all right, is either a lot of people that I've heard are saying, all right, you go out and go do 100% of the bills, and I'll stay and do 100% of the house.
Mm. With that, the only thing that will happen with that, and it really depends on what both of you are doing, because if she's a nurse and you're like, I don't know, an engineer or something like that, both of you are required to go out and work, right? So in that situation where you're like, damn, they're gonna both get home and nothing's done. Obviously, they're gonna get their kid from daycare or whatever, or from their parents' house or something like that. It really just depends on, again, it depends on income and where they work. Where that happens. So like if I don't know, if the wife is like a business owner and she can do everything from home, that would be great. But
if I the one could do everything from home, yeah. Now the thing is, in the situation you just gave, where one's an engineer and the other's a nurse, unless the engineer has a project going on, the nurse is going to work more hours.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I can't really say that. The nurse will not always work more hours.
They're more likely to work more hours.
Yeah, they're more likely to work more hours, but they'll work more hours in a day.
Mm-hmm.
Because one of my friends, she's a nurse. She works 48 hours a week. So I mean, okay, the extra 8 hours is not that bad.
Mm.
You know, like it's not like going out and working 60 hours a week. But the thing is, she works 4 12-hour days, equaling to 48 hours instead of 5 8-hour days.
Mm.
So even though she hits overtime every single week, she only works 4 days out the week. But the thing is, she's more likely to go into work at 8 a.m. and not get off until 8 p.m. Meanwhile, if she was married, and let's just say her husband was an engineer, unless he has a project going on, he's gonna work 8 to 4 or 9 to 5 or like 10 to 6 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll have a little more downtime to do stuff at home than if she did.
I agree with that.
So in a situation like that, it's like, okay, he can go and pick their kid up from work.
Right.
He can at least start making something to eat. He can at least start laundry. He can start helping the kid with homework and stuff like that. And whenever she gets home, she can just finish it, for example. Like, oh, the laundry's done in the washer. Just move it over to the dryer real quick. Oh, our kid has a couple more math problems left. Like, help him out a little bit, and then I'll go and finish the food on the stove. Like, stuff like that. So it's kind of like all right, y'all two are in this. At a certain point, y'all two are in this together, and y'all kind of need to work with each other.
You're all in this together.
Oh my gosh! Like, all right. Here's how many hours we have in a day. Here's how much time our job takes out of that day.
Yeah.
Here's all the free time we have and when we have it. Let's make things work.
Yeah. And that's a perfect case of like the whole 50-50 thing going right. Again, I think conversation in the relationship when that stuff happens is really important. Especially with, how things are going to be for your jobs and stuff like that. As long as you're thinking about that, like thinking ahead, I always say you should always think ahead. So in the case where, you're going to be moving in together, this is especially important for like, I guess, new couples that's probably been together for like a couple months. So eventually you're thinking about moving in together. So that needs to, like right now, I'm thinking ahead of, like for me, I'm thinking ahead of like, whenever I do live with my girl or whatever, I'm okay with paying most of the bills if I have the
income to support it. Yeah.
But I'm also not afraid to tell my girl that, hey, I may need help.
I need some help.
Yeah. And I think that's a lot of men need to understand that it's okay to get help from your girl. That she's there to support you just like you're there to support her.
I think for most men, it's fine to say, hey, I need help in general.
Yeah, it's a pride thing. It's
most
that's
guys.
okay. This is why this is why in some relationships, the man like will usually pay everything, while his girl literally sits there and does nothing. Like,
and the thing is, Buddy is like deep down inside. Buddy is like, look, hey, I need some support here.
mm-hmm.
But the thing is, he don't want his girl to hear, hey, I need help. And then, because the thing is, most of men, when when they need help and they gotta ask their girl to help them, they think, oh, now she think I'm a bitch.
Yeah. Oh, now she think I'm a broke nigga. Like, you asking me to pay for the car note?
To help you? Like, all right.
Oh, man. But okay.
When in reality, that's only like a small little subset
of women that think like
of the female population out there.
Like I was just about to say, like, it's some women that actually do think like that.
Yeah.
And that's part of the reason why so many, like, yo, women are really good at breaking men. It's like when you think about shit like that, those women, it's like the ones you need to stay away from, because like they are the ones that just want to be taken care of. Pay my phone bill, pay my car note, buy me a car at the same time. Do all this. Right?
Buy me a damn bust down for tech.
Yeah. Like, and still pay rent and all bills.
Pay rent. But the thing is, that's only like that's maybe like 15-20% of the women out there.
Yeah. Shout out to all of the independent women and supporting women out there. We love you.
Yeah, like, I mean, there's a lot of women out there that are like, look, if you need help, just ask and I got you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the thing is, most of the time, those women that ask, that are like, look, don't ask me to help with bills and anything, they working themselves and they got money piled up in their bank account that they just not using.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they go with their girls every weekend, drop $1,000 in the club and stuff. But they guy over here struggling to help pay their bills and stuff. But it's like, it's like, look, you got the money to help out.
It's those type of women that just think that, hey, the man is responsible for everything. And I understand, like, okay, because men usually are like the head of the household, right? No, yeah. They are the head of the household. They're supposed to be. That's what their job is. To be able to take care of the wife and the kids and everything that goes on in the house.
Yeah.
I think those women take it overboard.
They take it
a little overboard. Like it's still a partnership. A relationship is a partnership.
Yeah,
right?
like
y'all still gotta work together. Like,
yeah, y'all still gotta do stuff together.
The man is not always gonna be able to do everything.
To do it.
He's human, just like you are. So
yeah,
it's
like for example, if he paying all the bills and you still got a job and basically your money is just going to savings. And he's like, oh hey, an unexpected bill came up or something, like, something broke in the car, it needs to go get fixed.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to get this. You
have the money.
You have the money. You should just get it. That's you helping out a little bit. Like,
it's like, what are you saving that money for? It's another thing. It's like, this is what I like to ask women that like just like to sit at home and like do nothing.
Just do nothing.
I like to. I'm saying like the woman that just absolutely does nothing. It just like hoards their money, like you're saying, right?
Yeah.
I really wanted to ask them, what are you going to do with that money? What is your purpose? What is your purpose of even being in my house? Because when you think about it. Since she's not paying nothing and I'm doing everything, it's my house. It's not our house.
Yeah.
It's mine because I'm paying for literally everything. So I will ask them, I'll be like, what are you doing in my house? Like, what are you doing with your money in my house? If you're not cooking, if you're not cleaning and not taking care of the kids, why are you here?
Yeah, like I really do legit be curious about like just in general, whether on both perspectives, like the women that do have a guy that like the supportive women that do have a guy that he takes care of all the bills and you're just saving money, and also the unsupportive ones that they still have a guy to just take care of everything. I am curious about what both sides are doing with their money though.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I know if I had a girl that's like, look, I'll take care of all the bills, you just stay home and take care of all the home stuff to save your money. I know I'd be buying shit all the damn time. Like,
Yeah.
like, I would go to buy Uber Eats damn near every day. Like,
shit like that.
I know I'm gonna go and buy video games every time they come out. I'm gonna save money, but I'm not gonna save that much money.
Now she's probably gonna say, "Oh, I'm buying groceries for the house to cook for you," or I'm buying like Jimmy some clothes or some shit, right?
I like random side note. I like how we name all of our kids.
Yeah.
Jimmy, Timmy, or Billy.
It's just an inside thing with us too.
I don't even know why we do it though.
I don't know either. But yeah, it's like I would be fine with her saving money if she's willing to, use that money in case I'm like, hey, I just paid rent and I just paid a car note and I also paid your phone bill and I also brought Jamie some clothes. I'm a little short on the water bill. Can you take care of that?
Take care of it.
Yeah.
Or
now, if she gives me problems with that, even though she's saving money, that's a different story.
Yeah, come on now, help me a little.
Help a nigga out, man.
Fill in the gap a little bit. Like, come on.
You know what? She may be saving that money to leave your ass since you asked for help.
Yo, that would be. I would be so mad if that happened. Like, that would be the worst.
We'll have the box, honestly.
I'm like, look, hold on.
But
I'm doing all of this for you just to go and leave me at some point.
Yeah, how dare this nigga ask me to help him pay shit? He's supposed to be doing everything for me. And I think that's another thing with, it goes back to how they was raised. I'm pretty sure that was daddy's little girl. And, daddy will buy everything for her. Yeah. It's like, baby girl, you don't have to worry about that. I got you. They pay your phone bill. They're going to buy you toys. They're going to buy you a new phone. Bought you your first car. So you're thinking, oh, man, this is what men are supposed to be like. They're supposed to buy me things all the time. Just take care of me.
Yeah, I mean,
I think as long, that's fine and all. But I feel like this is what I'm doing as a father. Yeah, I don't mind buying my daughter stuff, but I'm going to also make sure that she understands that sometimes you're going to need to be independent.
Sometimes you're going to need to,
make your own money and, buy your own stuff because you don't want to keep depending on people. I'm not always going to be here
to help out. I'm not, even if I am here to help out, I'm only going to be, I'm not going to always be able to fully help out.
Yeah. And I think that's a very important lesson to teach your daughters, fathers out there. I'm not a father myself, but
honestly, that's something important to teach kids in general. Honestly,
yeah. But the reason I'm saying daughters because it's usually with them, because honestly with guys, has your mom went out and just brought you stuff just because she can or she wants to?
Not a lot, but it has happened.
Yeah.
I can think of a few times where it's like, all right, look, the new Call of Duty just came out. And my mom knows, and my mom has heard, has seen the commercials on TV about the new Call of Duty coming out. And she'll go and she'll pre-order Call of Duty for me and don't tell me, and then we'll go to GameStop one day and we'll pick it up and it's here. And I'm like, oh, okay, I didn't know he was doing this, but thanks. It happens. Just not
often.
Not often.
So with me at least, it's if you want something, prove it. Work work the household, cut the grass and stuff like that. And that's not really something that happens with girls. It's more of, at least with the fathers, it's that's baby girl, I need to take care of her.
Yeah,
and that's all she see. And honestly, that's how they imagine that their man should be.
Yeah.
Which is good as long as the father figure is also yes, I will buy you stuff that you want, but at the same time, I'm gonna teach you how to, like, I don't know, invest in stocks and stuff like that. I'm gonna teach you how to
or
work.
something, a little something.
Yeah, you gotta have a balance. There's no balance. It's more of, you know.
I got this.
Yeah, it's just like she's more of like, you need to buy me everything. It's not okay. You know, I can sometimes buy you stuff, or I can sometimes do this.
Or
it needs to be a balance. That's all I'm saying.
Like, for example, I don't know what I thought about this, but what I'm gonna basically do with all my kids, for example, is all right. You want your first car, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Whatever money you save up to put towards that car, I'll match it.
Right.
If you put up $5,000 for that car, all right, I'll put up another $5,000 for it.
Yeah.
There you go. You got $10,000 for a car. Go buy it. Like go find a car that you like. That's, I mean, with the
you can get yourself
plus or minus 10,000. You know, like if it's a little over 10,000, I'll put up the rest. But like, you save up however much it is that you can, and I'll match it.
Mm.
So it shows them, hey, I'll help you out a little bit, but it also shows them you're working for what it is that you want.
Right.
Like at the end of the day, they're getting what they want, and they're getting what they want, and they're working for it.
Right.
And their father is helping them get it.
Right.
So it shows them, all right, I need to have a certain level of a certain work ethic to be able to get what it is I want in life. And there are people out there willing to help me.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do with all my kids, regardless of that. So it kind of also shows them, all right, whenever that time comes and they're with somebody, it's like okay, I can help my significant other if they need help or something.
Right, and that's the important lesson in all this. It's just like, just help each other out. Like this whole episode just be like, just help each other out.
Like y'all ain't gonna always got it.
Yeah.
Y'all might have it most of the time, but there's gonna be times it's like something's gonna happen.
Are you willing to pick them back up when they fall down? Vice versa. So like, whether it be the wife picking up the husband, or the husband picking up the wife, it doesn't matter. It's like, are you willing to help out? 50-50. That's basically 50-50. It's like, you know, just helping each other out.
Picking up the other person's slack.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I don't know what like yes, it's a difficult, like it's a very like the topic can be a little hit or miss because everybody sees it a little differently, but it's like for the most part it's like it's a topic that I don't fully understand why some people. You ever heard the term seeing stuff through like, I think it's seeing stuff through like rose tinted glasses or something like that?
Nah.
So basically it's a like, goddamn, so it's basically like just seeing stuff slightly like skewed and slightly off.
Mm.
And it's like, all right, look, this is it's either y'all do it 50-50, where it's like, all right, you pay this and the other, or y'all just don't do it 50-50.
Mm.
And I'm like, it's not that difficult. It shouldn't be that difficult, but
it really shouldn't be that difficult to understand. But like,
it is. It's difficult. I don't know. All I know is at the end of the day, I'm fine with doing 50-50.
Or 60-40, it doesn't matter to me.
Or 75-25, or like just something where I have a little bit of support.
Yeah. Well, that's all I gotta say on that.
Yeah, that's all I gotta say as well. So, all right, we're gonna just end the episode here. As usual, social media links are in the description. And we'll see you all next week. Saturday at noon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.